we need to minimize the places that bacteria can grow. And square tubing is a hollow structure that is slowly getting outlawed. Yeah, and so, you know, we talk about harborage points. It's bacteria harborage points that we try to identify so that there's no, so that all the surfaces can get washed and cleaned.
That's really the key, is that all the surfaces can get washed and sanitized. Well, a piece of tubing has an inside surface, and usually it would be sealed, and you'd hope it would be hermetically sealed, meaning no air can move in and out, but that's very hard to do. And so that's kind of why we just shy away from, or just plain don't even, as a matter of policy, don't even use tubing in that situation.
And so it's made us change the design a little bit and use angle. Yeah.
Somebody could drill a hole in it. It could be something that's under some stress and it might crack. Who knows? And that's the point, is that you don't know what might happen in the future, so you just eliminate the possibility altogether by using an open shape instead of a closed shape like a tube or a pipe. Okay.
Yeah, and so I mean, there's several things that we've done. We've switched to using angle iron a lot, or a channel, or most commonly forming our own angles and channels out of. So one of the things that we can do with that is we cut it out of some 3/16 plate or 1/4 inch plate on the water jet. We can actually put our mounting holes in there so that when it bends, when we form it, it bolts. We can bolt it, and it, for conveyors and things like that, it works really good for the parts that we make for that, so that it, and at the end of the project, as long as you can wash it very easily, the sanitation crew can come in and clean it very quickly with their chemicals and their high pressure water. It eliminates the bacteria. Every inch of the machine can be of whatever it is, conveyor, a deck, you know, stairways, any of those things has to be able to clean. One thing that we talked about before was we don't realize that bacteria can migrate. Okay, so even if your floor drains are not, what'd you call it, hermetically sealed or welded,
Right.
the bacteria can live in that drain, but it actually can migrate up onto the equipment. And so even in an instance like that, the bacteria will move and cause you to get a bad reading when they're testing for that. I love those guys. They've given us plenty of work, but also, you know, it's a huge problem for a plant to have when they're getting bad readings in their QA. You know, that's a bad. Anyone who's been a part of a plant there, that they know that, okay, we got to change something. And so that's what we do. You know, we go in and identify the problem, get rid of square tubes, get rid of those harborage points, change the design.
Well, sometimes you have to get kind of creative. And really, we use a lot of angle, but we probably more than angle, we use channel. Especially formed channel, yes.
Another bend adds a lot of strength.
It adds a lot of strength, and it makes it almost as strong as a piece of square tubing of about the same dimension would be, almost. And a lot of times, really, I think square tubing is used because it's very easy to use.
Yeah, convenient.
It's convenient, easy to fabricate, and a lot of times it's kind of overbuilt just because of that.
And sometimes you can get away with it with square tubing, but all of us like to sleep at night, you know? And so if you just completely eliminate that problem, get rid of square tubing, you'll never have a problem. You know, it just solves the problem for good.
Right.
Because every surface is able to be cleaned.